Protect your DNA. BioPQQ can promote formation of new mitochondria. Infowarsstore.com.
And talking more about this AI and this artificial intelligence, Samsung admits private conversations are being sent to internet servers. In responding to privacy concerns over their smart TVs recording private conversations and sending them to third parties, Samsung admitted that voice data is sent to a server during the process. The controversy stems from Samsung's global privacy policy, which advises users to please be aware that if your spoken words include personal or sensitive information, that information will be among the data captured and transmitted to a third party through the use of voice recognition. And I love how they just come out here and tell you that, if you have some private conversation inside your home, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have private conversations inside their home, sensitive information that they don't want the world at large or some big gobby corporation to snatch up, but they at least tell you this. And it's not just in your smart TVs, it's in your phones, it's in your laptops, and it's in all your technologies, these back doors these people use to, whether it's to sell you a new product or just find out what you're doing inside your home. These people are doing this. It's not some conspiracy theory. It's right here in black and white. And going from the black and white to the green, HBC files show Swiss bank helped clients dodge taxes and hide millions. HSBC's Swiss banking arm helped wealthy customers dodge taxes and conceal millions of dollars of assets, doling out bundles of untraceable cash and advising clients on how to circumvent domestic tax authorities, according to a huge cache of leaked secret bank account files. The HSBC files, which cover the period from 2005 to 2007, amount to the biggest banking leak in history, shedding light on some 30,000 accounts holding almost $120 billion of assets. The revelation will amplify calls for crackdowns on offshore tax havens. So this is what happens. A lot of your big boys, your billionaire boys clubs, they go to the Swiss and they say, hey, can you stash my cash? And not only are they stashing their cash there, but they're also being let in with the secrets to hide the money, to get fresh money, to pretty much launder money, basically. And that's what's going on. But if you don't keep your tax receipts for 5 years, they'll come down on you and try to put you into prison. So this is just how they get away with it. And we'll end tonight with this. We'll talk about 42 admitted false flags. And obviously, we can't go through the entire list. It's quite exhaustive, but you can find it all on Infowars.com. But we'll go through a few here tonight. Let's start with number one. Japanese troops set off a small explosion on a train track in 1931 and falsely blamed it on China in order to justify an invasion of Manchuria. We'll go to number two. A major with the Nazi SS admitted at the Nuremberg trials that under orders from the chief of the Gestapo, he and some other Nazi operators faked attacks on their own people and resources, which they blamed on the Poles to justify the invasion of Poland. So we'll start off, a lot of people want to talk about false flags in this country, things like the Gulf of Tonkin, which is also mentioned in here, but it also happens in other parts of the world. It's not something that we invented. We run guns to Mexico with Operation Fast and Furious. We have Iran-Contra, several other things as well, but it goes on all over the world. Let's jump to number 8 and talk about some things happening in this country. The CIA admits that it hired Iranians in the 1950s to pose as communists and staged bombings in Iran in order to turn the country against its democratically elected prime minister. And some actions carried out by the U.S. government. Let's slide down to, let's say, number 18. A U.S. congressional committee admitted that as part of its COINTELPRO campaign, that's counterintelligence program, the FBI had used many provocateurs in the 1950s through the 1970s to carry out violent acts and falsely blame them on political activists. And that does continue here today. We saw, a couple weeks ago, they came out with that article, that document detailing how George Soros, which, he's not official member of the U.S. government, but he's funding operations like we see in Ferguson, Missouri, some of the unrest there. And there's plenty of grassroots protests in Ferguson, Missouri. I'm not trying to downplay that at all. But you also have these provocateurs, these paid agents, these guys paid to just go in there and stir up stuff. Let's go back to the article. Let's slide down to number 26. According to the Washington Post, Indonesian police admit that the Indonesian military killed American teachers in Papua in 2002 and blamed the murders on separatists in order to get that group listed as a terrorist organization. And it goes on from there. Like I said, it goes all the way down to 42. You have, of course, number 36 is one of my favorites, At the G20 protests in London back in 2009, a British member of the parliament saw plainclothes police officers attempting to incite a riot, to incite violence in the crowd. And you can find the full list on Infowars.com. Now stay tuned, because after this break, Paul Watson asked the question, is a recent satanic ceremony just a hoax? And also, David Knight has a full report on what you need to know before you go get vaccinated. Stay tuned. This is the Infowars Nightly News.
The knowledge of the ancients, tried and true, trusted herbs and extracts fused with the latest nutraceutical science. Introducing the all-new Ancient Defense Herbal Immunity Blend, crafted with over 14 key ancient herbs and extracts to supercharge and prepare your body for what experts admit is the most dangerous season of the year. We have rejected hundreds of other formulations in our quest to bring you what is simply the most powerful and comprehensive proprietary formula that we have ever created in the realm of herbal immunity. For the last 2 years, our team has been working with top doctors, nutritionists, and chemists to develop the ultimate nutraceutical formulation. Experience the benefits of combining over 14 ancient herbs and extracts with exciting new advances in nutraceutical science. For a limited time, get 25% off on this introductory offer. Visit ancientdefense.com or call 888-253-3139. ancientdefense.com.